Dreams, goals, lack of time, lack of direction, what you can do and what you cannot do. A lot of things keep coming in our mind, and I'll be answering to you all about these. Well, dreams. Let us first talk about the dreams. The dreams that you have when you are asleep, and the dreams that you see when you are awake, when you have your eyes wide open. Now, there's a difference. The dreams that you see when you are asleep does not make a lot of difference, but the dreams that you see when you're awake makes hell lot of a difference. The dreams that you see when you're awake with your eyes open, they can be your goals. They should be your goals. And what makes a dream different from a goal? The goals very often have a deadline to it. Must have a deadline to it. If you have open-ended goals, well, then I'll have to tell you that they are just a dream, a part of a dream, and not your goal. So if you think that, or if you want that your dream becomes your goal, you have to have a deadline to it, and it is really important and extremely critical. So you need to have a deadline to your dream. Now, whenever we talk of deadline, Elon Musk recently said that if you are asked to clean a room in 3 months, you would clean it up in 3 months, and if you are asked to clean up the same room in a week, you would do it in a week. So if you depends on the deadline that you get, depending on the deadline, you increase your intensity, you increase your focus or decrease your focus, you increase your priority or decrease your priority. So a lot changes depending on the deadlines that you have put in front of yourself. So deadlines are important, and the deadline should be as close as possible to you. Like when you are going on a vacation and you have a lot of things to do, what do? You make sure that everything is completed. How do you complete all of those things? It's a very simple process, right? You suddenly become more productive. You suddenly become hyperactive. You become much more focused. You start with your focus, and then you have a list of things that you have to do, finish off before going on a vacation. A list that needs to be done. And then you prioritize it. You make sure that it is completed before you leave for the vacation. You go after the list, you go all in, and you make sure that you are done. And what is more important is you take the responsibility. You become committed, you take the responsibility, and you involve everybody around you to make sure that you achieve your goal, you achieve your target, you get the job done before you start with your vacation. Now let's say this vacation mode, this mode of prioritizing things, getting committed, going all in, taking the responsibility, having a list of things that you want to do, you start doing it in your day-to-day life. How drastically things would change in your life. If you start with focus on completing something, you have a list of things to do, you prioritize on things, you get committed to it, you take massive actions, you build a team around yourself to make sure that you complete things within a particular day, a particular time. You change everything. You become hyper productive. You achieve your goals much faster than you would have achieved or you could have achieved. You get a lot of spare time to do a lot for yourself. Personal growth, training, learning, getting to know new things, your family time, your vacation time. You get a lot more to do when you do what you did when you went on the last vacation, right? So when this is done, what we get to understand is that time is never the problem. Lack of time is not the problem. The problem is lack of direction. We move very often, what we do is we move in a directionless way. We lack direction. So, lack of time is not the problem. Lack of direction is. Now the question is, a $1 million question is, how do I make sure that my direction is right? Okay, I agreed that lack of time is never the problem, because yes, prioritization is important, focusing on that one thing is important, but how do I make sure that I do not have, or I have a good direction? For that, you need to design your goals. For that, you need to know what your goals are, and you need to know that those goals are legitimate ones and they are designed well. So how do you design your goal? It is a process. If you have to design something, you have to follow a process. You have to follow a structure. So this starts with listing down your goals. You list down whatever your goals are, and maybe once you're done with listing it, let it be there on the paper for a day or two. And after 2 days, beside the goals that you have written, write more things to it, add more things to it. Why is that your goal? What exactly do you want to achieve? Why do you want to reach there? What will the benefits be, or what are you going to get when you reach there? So know what your goals are, know why you have that particular goal, what benefits you are going to get, what are you going to get when you reach there or when you achieve that goal. When you have done that, you identify the obstacles that are there, or that would be stopping you, or that would be creating some trouble in me having you reach to your goal or having you achieve your goal. So you have listed down the obstacles. Now you need to find out who that person is, who that organization is, or who that somebody is that is going to help you, or that is going to act as the vehicle to help you in achieving your goal, in reaching to your goal. Now when you're done with that, what are the actions that you need to take? What exactly do you need to do to get to your goal? Right? You're going in the right direction. You are designing your goals, and you start with writing your goal. Why is that a goal for you? What are the obstacles? What is the vehicle that you would be using, the people, the organization? Then what exactly would you be doing? What are the things that you need to do to reach there? And then what is your game plan? How are you going to achieve that goal? Now when you have that, what you do at the last is you put a date on it. Now when you have a date on it, it becomes a time-bound goal. Now you need to focus on it, you need to be committed about it, you need to take massive actions, you need to do all that you can to get to your goal before that target date. Now, this is how you design a goal, this is how you give yourself a direction, and this is how you understand that lack of time was not the problem, lack of direction was. Now when we are designing our goals, very often some things comes to our mind, and that is that we cannot do this, we cannot do that, we are not as good as others, we are not really the best person to write that thing in my goal book, I cannot achieve that, I am a loser, and many more things like that. Because most of the times what are we being said by others is the list of things that we cannot do, list of the things that we cannot do. Why people most of the time say us that we are losers. People tell all the bad things about us. Nobody bothers about the good in us. Nobody bothers about the things that we have already done, things that we have achieved, areas where we have won, areas where we have done good in the past. No, people only criticize you about your failures, blame you of your failures, things that you cannot do. So what you need to do for yourself is, when people are not going to help you in this, you need to come, sit down and list down all the successes, all the victories that you have had in your past, and this is going to give you massive confidence that you can achieve any goal, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life. Got it? So when you do that, you come out as a winner and not a loser. You come out of the image of a loser that people have induced on you, that people have buried you in, that you are a loser. You need to come out of that self-image, that self-confidence is going to come up only when you come out of that image of loser. You stop playing the game to avoid the loss, but you play the game to win it. You now no longer play the game to avoid or to just to play the game or to avoid the loss, but you are playing now. You are playing the game to win, and this time it is your game. It is nobody else's game. It is the game that you have written on that piece of paper, your goal, your target, your deadline. This time it is your game and you are going to win it. You have to say this to yourself that you are going to win it. Nobody else can do it, but you can. And if at any point of time you feel like you're losing, or you feel like you're not doing enough, what you have to do is you need to take out that sheet where you have written your victories, your successes, things that you have achieved in the past. That is going to give you the confidence. That is going to give you the confidence that yes, you can do it. Yes, you have it in you to do it. Yes, you have done it in the past and you can do it again. So this was all about the lack of direction, the lack of time, the dreams, the goals, the successes. And we'll be talking more about all of these things in the other videos. Do not forget to see them. Until then, have a great and a wonderful day. Bye bye.